Hey Virgo, welcome to your reading. I hope you're having a fantastic day. A couple of things before we get started. If you like my readings, then please do subscribe and share and like and comment. That would be great. If you want a personal reading, you can find my website as well as my email and on my about page. And this reading is a general reading as usual, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And it's for the week of May 7th through the 13th. And with that, I want to get started. All right, Spirit, tell me, what does Virgo need to know the week of May 7th through the 13th? Ooh, got two. I feel like I need to pull one more. I usually only pull four, but I'm going to pull five for our foundation cards. There it is. Chariot. Bottom of the deck, Judgment. Seven of Pentacles, the Fool, and Five of Cups. Interesting. Okay. We'll come back to those. So let's take a look at the story here. So this is your foundation row. And what that means is this is sort of what led up to the week of May 7th through 13th. And you have the Eight of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, the Five of Rods, the King of Rods, and the Chariot card. And I pulled this last one, I just had this gut feeling that there was something else out there. And nothing specific, but it felt right when it landed. So looking at this, I feel like you're like moving on from something. You may feel like it wasn't fully complete, but you're moving on, and it had to do with balance. And although this is Pentacles and often means resources, and a lot of people like to assign money to that, it may have been like a work-life balance, like that type of resource, being able to feel, and that may have been very specific for a few of you, by the way, but being able to feel really like you're living your life and not just working, right? So I just feel like that's sort of the situation. And I think it's been causing some conflicts in your life. You feel like your passion has been boxed up or contained, maybe. I feel like you just got to a point where it was like, either I move on or I'm going to break, kind of thing. Not really like you were, it was more up in your head than anything, but it just, you couldn't do that anymore. So I feel like you've moved on from a situation. It may not be a really big one. Some of you may be moving on from something minor. Some of you may be moving on from something big, and maybe a big change in your life. But whatever it is, you're trying to free up your creativity. You're trying to free up your resources, whether that be work-life balance, love, money, investments. And I feel like there's somebody else that's a part of this with you that has inspired you. It may not even be somebody you know, but maybe somebody that you follow or something. But excuse me, my allergies are giving me a run for the money here. But you feel like you've had some inspiration to do something different, and you feel good about it. And so you're moving on, and you're making some decisions. And it's not like you're intending to take some kind of crazy risk or something, and you're not really. And you're not giving up either. You're just finding a different way. Okay. So what you don't see coming, we have Judgment. So that's That's you sort of walking into a new situation. And what's the whole story here? We've got the Seven of Pentacles, skills and abilities, reap what you sow, the Fool, happy, but the Five of Cups. So you've got some remorse here, or even remorse, resentment. What's the word I'm really looking for? Regret, maybe. Um, but it doesn't matter. You're still on the right path. Even if you look back and say, "Oh, maybe I made the wrong choice," we all do that at some point. You didn't. You're always on the right path. You're where you're supposed to be. So if you're feeling that way, don't worry. It's just a moment in time before you are able to um, kind of see the opportunity behind you, right? But it looks like, you know, yeah, everything's not perfect, but you're definitely feeling the right direction. Feel all right. So let's see what else we got. All right, Spirit, tell me what Virgo needs to know for the week of May 7th through 15th. What does Virgo need to know? The week of May 7th through 13th. Okay, and then we have the Devil, the Seven of Swords, the King of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. Well, that's an interesting combination. Okay. All right. I think I see a hidden card there. This happens occasionally. Okay. So, yeah, both the Knight and the Page of Swords here. So I kind of feel like I'm in the world. So you may be trying to kind of stand your ground and create some stability, and you may feel like you're getting messages that are sort of rocking that world a little bit, and you're still standing your ground. And you may need to tweak some things in order to maintain this stability. And this stability could be based in resources, it could be based in like physical stability. What I mean, like staying in your house or home, that sort of thing. Um, and then you have but whatever it is, you really are standing your ground, and you come out on top with that. So you're kind of playing a bit of a tough role here, Virgo, um, and you're winning at it. You really are. Let's see what you don't see coming. So it looks like, where your upper hand is. Okay, these two cards together. This card can often be about thievery, and this card can be about addiction. But really, the most general term is that this thing is about temptation, right? And this can also be about strategy. Whatever it is, it's about getting away with something, getting something done in a premeditated manner, right? So it could be a good strategy, it doesn't have to be a bad strategy, but it can allude to being kind of, a not so good strategy, right? Especially when it's got the devil with it. So I would say that, definitely I see why you're holding your ground. I see why you're trying to stay strong, because it's a front. It's not a front, but it's it's an opportunity to take the brunt and not let and not get run over, right? And I think if that's what you're trying to do, you're doing the right thing. But this is one of those house of cards situations. It's easy to fall. You just got to find the right card to pull out from underneath the strategy, and it all comes tumbling down. So don't let this scare you. You can call their bluff pretty easily. It's about communicating. It's about staying positive in the face of what is seemingly adverse situations. Stay positive. You will come out on top. You're a winner in this situation. All right, let's see what your outcome is. Spirit, what is Virgo's outcome I'm going to pull one more, or not. Just going to let it fall out. And then we've got the King of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, the Four of Swords, a little rest there, and the Eight of Swords. All right, we'll come back to those. And we did get 2 cards here, so let's see what we got for your outcome. All right. Really, all in all, you came out really good. You've got the Empress here, which is about abundance and fruition and leadership, right? And you've got the 6 of Cups here. So whoever's in partnership with you on this, you have an established relationship with them. You trust them, and you know where each other stands. And so you've got that going for you. And there's a celebratory attitude towards this. Now, this 8 of Swords over here, I'll tell you what that means. That is maybe feeling like you could have gone even farther. You maybe left money on the table kind of thing. That might be one thing. The other thing it could be is feeling a little bit like you got your way, but you're sort of, you might have some boundaries around what you can really do, right? But it's a facade and it won't last long. All right, let's look at what you don't see coming. Okay, it looks like you've got somebody that's in your corner here, an earth sign, and 4 of Cups is, gosh, make sure your eyes are wide open, okay? Because there is some real opportunity with this earth sign person here, and you're being given help and an offer. Don't slush it off. Don't look at it and go, I don't need your help. If an opportunity's there, review it, analyze it, see if it's meant for you. It looks like you're going to need some rest after all this. You may have worked too hard, and you might feel like you're like you don't have any options, but you do. So this is it's smoke and mirrors. Don't worry about it. Okay. All right, Virgo. Let's take a look at. Let's do some. I almost just went past that. Let's do some clarification. Spirit, clarify. Woo, Virgo's grounded foundational row. Please, Spirit. Oh, there we go. Just hit my elbow. Please give me some clarification. Oh, there's 2 there. That's all right. Oh, there's 3. All right, we'll take them. I don't usually take that many, but we'll do it. Spirit, clarify May 7th through May 13th. There's that 4 of Cups again. And there's that 10 of Cups again. You had that earlier. Oh, you have it down there, actually. All right, we'll take those 2. And Spirit, clarify the outcome, especially this card. One more. Aha. What do we got on the bottom of the deck? 7 of Cups, the World, the Hermit, and Justice. Wow. Boom, boom, boom. We will take a look at those momentarily. All right, let's look at your foundation up here. You got so many cards. Let's see. We have the Wheel of Fortune, which is great. The Queen of Swords, the Prince of Discs, which is a page. It's a knight. And the Prince of Cups. So you got 2 knights and the King of Wands. And so when I look at this, I'm kind of feeling like, we talked about you're moving on. It feels like things are feeling a little bit out of balance. You're trying to balance some things. So that King of Wands, maybe you had him over here to your inspiration to do so. And you've got this Knight of Cups on top of this 5 of Rods, which tells me you received some emotional communication that sort of maybe started this little kerfuffle that we have going here. It's my new word today, kerfuffle. You have this Knight of Discs as well. So a message about money. So these 2 things are connected. You've got this message that's really kind of sparking some emotion. It has to do with resources. It's making people feel scattered and like maybe a little agitated. And you've got this Wheel of Fortune and this Queen of Swords, who is maybe feeling a little bit like we need to get back to being grounded. There is change on the table here, this Wheel of Fortune, and we're going through it, and we don't need to make it messier with a bunch of emotion, right? I mean, not that we don't, I mean, you have to have emotion. Emotion's going to happen, but maybe you keep it from making everything really messy, right? And we look at the actual week, you've got this Four of Cups again. We had that earlier in what you didn't see coming. And the 10 of Cups, so it looks to me like you do need to keep your eyes peeled. There's some opportunity to make this easier and faster for you. You've got some policies in place. You're feeling good about it. You're celebratory about it. You've got that down here as well. This Nine of Swords down here is really about a decision. And maybe you feel like there just isn't a good decision to make. If you pick A, somebody loses. If you pick B, somebody loses, right? There's not one that is a good compromise or works for everybody. And so you're just going to have to make the best possible decision. And this Queen of Wands is here to sort of help you with that. She's really connected to that Empress. Okay. So I kind of feel like, just in summary, you're moving on. So your foundational cards tell me that you're moving on and you've been inspired to do so. The Wheel of Fortune is creating change. There's a lot of communication happening, and some of it is emotional in nature and has to do with resources. And it's creating a lot of upheaval. And you're trying to kind of bring that back down to earth if you can, using communication. And that the actual week of, again, more communication is coming in, but ultimately this feels like you're all in the right place and you're kind of fighting for this stability, and you're trying to make sure that that you're considering every effort, that you're really weighing everything as fair as possible, and you still have a good feeling about what's happening. But it's important that you keep your eyes open, because there's other opportunities here, and you need to be able to grab onto those. And then it seems to me like you have a decision to make. There's no real good end to that decision, no real good compromise. You may want to seek help from your community on this decision making. And then what you don't see coming, we've got the Seven of Cups, the World, the Hermit, and Justice. This is an interesting connection, because Seven of Cups is about choice. And it can often mean that you have a lot of choices and opportunities in front of you, and some of them are good and some of them are not so good. But like right out the gate, without having to do a lot of review, what you can do and what you can't do. And so, this World card is here because you're able to make these decisions quickly. You're on top of it. You have a lot of self reflection and reflection of others to kind of see how your decisions are going to affect other people. You feel really good about the decisions you're making. Okay. All right. Let's pull your weekly messages. So first we'll pull your wisdom card for the week. What is Virgo's wisdom card for the week? Spirit. Serendipity. Wow. So you're not alone in this process at all. And let's pull your moon card for the week. Spirit, what can you give me a moon card for Virgo? All right. So the serendipity card is really about right place, right time, and everything takes off the way it's supposed to be. And I kind of feel like your initial move, this inspiration to move on, to do things differently, to make the change, right, is that serendipitous moment. and it all falls into place. It's not without its, rise and emotion and anxiety and worry, but all change has that, right? So it's not without that, but you can feel it in your bones that this is the direction you need to head into. And then your moon card is full moon in Taurus. Your dreams need a practical plan. That's what you're doing. You're trying to put a practical plan to this situation and make it something that works for everybody, right? Okay, let's get your Dreamweaver card for the week. What do the Dreamweavers have to tell Virgo this week? Let the fire dragon sleep. Okay. Let's see what that one is about. That's number 2A. Or 2A. Sorry, number 2. I don't think I've ever read this one. So the essential meaning is a warning to stay out of drama, respecting consequences of possible dangerous outcomes, dealing with contrary people. So that's up here. That's this serendipitous moment. Like you're being inspired to do things different, but you got to settle down the drama and bring it down back down to normal and try to maintain the stability of the situation, right? Fire dragons are powerful and uncontrollable. By their nature, they can cause destruction and damage that can take a long time to heal from. These creatures like their rest. They don't like to be awakened by a stranger. When this card arrives, it is a gentle warning that whatever the situation or person is inviting you to dance with, anger, jealousy, resentment must be avoided. So that's in here. Like, make sure that you're not falling into that trap, okay? This is not a time to battle or even engage in argument because there is no underlying strategy or logic to the situation at hand. You will cause yourself and others unnecessary suffering if you take this on because you're sure to lose. Do not let anyone or any situation provoke you. No, the situation is rooted in deep unhealed wounds, one either inflicted by you or projected onto you. This situation cannot be healed through its expression, for it could become an indulgence and a misuse of power. That said, the fire dragons are not your enemy. They arrive to warn you when you are about to make a choice that could potentially hurt you. Be thankful for this. You can say no and choose to move away from the danger or higher ground. Have a sense of humor now, for laughter tickles the fire dragons, lulling them to their rest. So let the fire dragons sleep, content and curled up in their cave. You will be so glad you did. Your weaving must remain true to the patterns you want to see more of and the stories of your journey to be proud of. If you keep the road of your destiny and your eyes on the prize, holding space for your unique gifts, your light will be a beacon for all of us. Will be a beacon of hope for all of us. So I really feel like this is just like a message of make sure that you're taking this drama down. You're not letting the drama explode and you're not engaging in it. And I think that's what this standing strong is over here and setting up these boundaries. This is all about not letting the drama get out of the bag, right? All right. So you've got your suggestion for the week, Virgo. And with that, you're good at this. Virgos are they're the workhorse of the zodiac. So they're very, very capable of keeping people in line when they need to. And they can do it with ease of communication. So know that and be confident and don't buy into the drama. And with that, Virgo, thanks so much for listening to your reading. And if you have any questions or anything, feel free to comment below. And please do subscribe and share and like. And if you need a personal reading, feel free to look at my About page and grab my website or my email. And with that, thank you so much. I hope to talk to you next time.